Ducati answers the call to arms in the heavyweight class with this 899 Panigale, powered by a fast-revving 898cc V-twin engine that also doubles as a main component of the chassis. This junior Panigale is the Italian brand's vision for sport bike supremacy.
The new Ducati is actually, for me, heads and shoulders better than the 848. My lap times were faster on it than I even came close on the 848, which was cool. It's exhilarating to ride. It has a bitchin' sound. Compared to the Japanese bikes, you've constantly got to be shifting it, but use the torque on it and you can get around the track real fast. All in all, man, what a neat motorcycle. Ducati, bravo to them. That's a huge step above the 848, huge step.
I like the traction control on that bike. The cut is really smooth. So the engine brake control on the Ducati, you can adjust it also. If it's running on too fast into corners, you can dial it back. You can change. The electronics are so adaptable on it that if there's anything you don't like, or you want more or less traction control, more or less ABS, you know, it's easy. You come into the pits, you go through the dash, and you can tweak it so it's perfect for you. That was probably my favorite bike on track.
Pretty much the highlights for me for that bike were just, it's so maneuverable. It's an incredibly agile motorcycle. It goes exactly where you want. And it's accurate too, like you can turn it in, you put it anywhere you want on track and it goes there, and it's easy to find that feeling on that motorcycle. Power band, obviously that Super Quattro engine they went to, it's all top end. Like that bike has no bottom end, has no mid-range. Like you have to keep that thing on the pipe. It's literally like a two-stroke motorcycle. You're shifting gears all the time on the thing. Like we're using second gear, third gear, fourth gear. Like you're constantly shifting. You got to work the transmission on that bike to get it to move. And when you do, the thing rips. Like it works really, really well. And a smooth, relatively smooth momentum-based track like Chuckwalla, the bike just works great.
Probably surprised me more than any of the other bikes. The biggest thing with the Ducati right now for me is the amount of shifting I have to do. If I didn't have to do so many shifts on that bike, and in the places where I had to shift it, we would have seen the lap times even faster, because it again does everything right. The performance of the bike is so much greater than the last model that I rode of theirs, and I think the biggest thing that I would change, or the biggest thing I'd like to see keep improving, which we were, was the fast transitions from right to left or left to right. The bike had a little tendency for me to be just a tinge unstable, and we kept making it better. So I know if I had another day out here, we would continue to make that better. The power delivery and all that on it was great. But again, for me, it's just, we had to shift it so many times, and that's the biggest disadvantage it had compared to the other bikes.
It's been years since we've ridden a Ducati that's been this competitive out of the box. In spite of its hefty rolling weight, we were stunned by its agility, recording lap times within fractions of the competition. On a faster circuit, where a rider could take better advantage of his punchy engine and precise steering characteristics, the Ducati would likely rank higher. However, short gear ratios and a narrow power band made it tricky to ride at Chuckwalla. So in this battle, the red bike finishes fourth, a mere 7 points behind third place.